For news across Sri Lanka and around the globe, welcome to Prime TV News with me, Iftia Abdul Kader. A look at your headlines first. President says he will leave no room for any child to face injustice in education. The Prime Minister will leave for Singapore on Sunday to attend the 6th World Cities Conference. Udaya R. Senaviratne assumes office as the President's Secretary. And on News Overseas, Pakistani former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif is handed over a 10-year jail term. In your local news this evening, President Maithripala Sirisena has underscored that he will never permit any child in the country to be discriminated against in education. The President laid this emphasis during a discussion today with SITAM students and parents. A discussion between SITAM students and parents, chaired by President Maithripala Sirisena, was held this morning. The venue was the Nelumpokuna Theatre. The discussion was joined by Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa, Defence Secretary Kapila Vaidyaratne, Chairman of the University Grants Commission, Professor Mohan De Silva, and Vice Chancellor of the Kotalavala Defence University, Rear Admiral J.J. Ranasinghe, and a group of scholars. The President said that not a single leader such as him had made a mediation and dedication in the resolution of the issue that had surfaced with respect to the SITAM Private Education Institute. He said he did so to mete out justice to everyone in the field of education. The President mentioned that although various political parties were behind this issue with the aim of achieving political mileage, the present government succeeded in sorting out the issue, directing proper attention to the future of the children. The President told the gathering that they considered the issue generally as one of their problems and not that of the SITAM students or the parents. Action was taken to put the blame on the present government by politicians, putting the university students into the street and encouraging them to stage demonstrations with the aim of achieving political gains. The President claimed that he was the only person who had summoned the highest number of discussions to settle the issue. He mentioned that not a single person than himself did hold such a number of discussions to sort out the SITAM issue. Minister of Higher Education and Cultural Affairs Vijayadasa Rajapaksa said that as a government they always took the effort to cordially sort out the problem. He said that due respect should be given to the President for his dedication and participation in all discussions to solve the problem. Defence Secretary Kapila Vaidyaratne also spoke. On to a headline-making story. Udaya R. Senaviratne has assumed duties as the new secretary to the President. The President's media division said the new secretary assumed duties at the Presidential Secretariat. Udaya R. Senaviratne is a senior state administration officer. The appointment was made following the resignation of the former secretary to the President, Austin Fernando, over personal reasons. Earlier, he had served as the permanent secretary to the Ministries of Sports, Highways and Investment Promotion, Productive Promotion and Environment, and Mahavali Development. He had also served as the additional secretary to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and deputy secretary to the Ministry of Finance and Planning. Udaya R. Senaviratne also played a key role in the establishment of the Polgolla Cooperative Development Institute. He has also played a key role in many mega projects during his term of office. The Sri Lankan Navy has succeeded in rescuing a group of fishermen from Somalia stranded in the sea. A trawler carrying 3 Somalian fishermen was stranded in the southern sea due to a technical fault. A fisheries trawler that ventured into the sea from Galle had witnessed these stranded Somalians about 200 nautical miles from Galle. Thereafter, these Somalians had sought help from the Sri Lankan fishermen. The request made by the Somalians was intimated by the Sri Lankan fishermen to the Southern Naval Command base. Thereafter, the Navy began an operation for the rescue of these Somalian fishermen. The Navy, which launched the operation from the Nandi Mitra vessel, rescued the Somalians and handed them over to the Galle Harbour Police for further investigations. These fishermen have been admitted to the Karapitia hospital. In other local stories, Minister of Lands and Parliamentary Reforms Gayantha Karunatilaka has said necessary initiatives have been taken for the resolution of land issues of the people of the country. He said that the Land Reforms Commission has been set up and the staff increased to undertake this work. The minister expressed these views after opening a sub-office of the Land Reforms Commission in the Galle district. People who are encountering lands issued in the Alpitia, Karandenia, Valivitia, Divitura, Bentota and Niyagama Divisional Secretariat divisions will benefit by this effort. The minister handed over deeds to 50 families that did not have land entitlements. The Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka at its meeting has decided to maintain policy interest rates at their current levels. This was mentioned by the Central Bank Governor Dr. Indrajit Kumaraswamy at a news conference held in Colombo today.
Let me give you a flavor of the discussion that took place at the Monetary Board, a discussion which, as you have heard, resulted in the policy rates being left unchanged. There were several factors which argued for an easing of monetary policies and a number of factors which also favor a tightening of policy, and the Monetary Board had to balance these factors out. So what were the factors leading to an easing of monetary policy, arguing for an easing of monetary policy? Growth came out at 3.2% in the first quarter of this year. That clearly means that there is still a negative output gap. Core inflation is well within our target range. Core inflation is that component of inflation that monetary policy can influence, and that is just a little under 4%, it's well under 4% in fact, so that's very much contained. The inflation outlook also remains favorable, and our expectation surveys indicate that inflation expectations are fairly well anchored.
You're watching Prime TV News, and still on the local scene, private buses running on several roads from Galle have withdrawn from operations. However, the Road Passenger Transport Service said that sufficient buses have been deployed for the convenience of the people. Buses operating from Galle along the Ambalangwatta Karapitia, Kalegana Karapitia and Baddegama Vakwella are on strike. The strike has been launched following the shifting of the location of the parking of private buses at the bus stand. This initiative has been taken for the convenience of the commuters. The Road Passenger Transport Authority said that sufficient buses have been deployed to meet the needs of the commuters. The Irrigation Department has launched a program to control the floods that are impacting the Matara area. Accordingly, an effort is being made to clean the Kiramba Ara River, which is a tertiary of the Nilwala River. Accordingly, 8 kilometers from Pattare to Palolpitia is being developed. The allocation made for this effort is 2 million rupees. This program will enable to control floods that occur in several areas, including Palolpitia, Polatugoda, Vitiyala, Akurugoda and Talwatta. The Irrigation Department said that the program, which is in the final phase, will be of great relief for the people as well as farming activities. The Katunaika Airport Customs have foiled an attempt to smuggle out a stock of Vallapatta worth nearly 2 million rupees. The Vallapatta was concealed in 2 baggages of an air passenger who was due to fly to Dubai. The customs officials said that the weight of the stock of Vallapatta was 21 kilograms. Katunaika Deputy Customs Director Vipula Minuanpitia said that the suspect is a resident of Nigambo. Further investigations are being pursued. The court has given instructions to 5 media establishments to provide to the Organized Crime Prevention Division the unedited video footage of the controversial statement made by former State Minister Vijayakala Maheshwaran. There is also information on more court cases taken up for hearing today. The police had received a complaint saying that Vijayakala Maheshwaran had made a statement that the LTTE should be re-established. The complaint has been made by national organizer of the Sinhala Ravaya organization, the Venerable Magal Kande Sudantatera. Based on this complaint, the Organized Crimes Prevention Division had reported facts. It is based on this submission that the court is seeking video footage containing her statement. The case filed against former Minister Basil Rajapaksa and his relative Thiru Nadesan, alleging that they have misused state funds to the tune of 202 million rupees and building a house after purchasing a land in the Malvana area, was taken up again for hearing today. The case was heard in the Gampa High Court. The second witness, Mudita Jaikodi, gave evidence today. He said that Basil Rajapaksa instructed him to examine a land in the Malvana area and inform him of the suitability of building a house there. The court permitted Basil Rajapaksa to travel abroad for medical treatment. Further hearing was postponed for the 3rd of next month. The case filed against former Minister Rohita Abegunawardena over the illegal earning of funds and property worth more than 41.2 million rupees was taken up for hearing today. The court later postponed the case for the 3rd of August. The case has been filed by the Bribery Commission. The 3-day Fruit Crops exhibition will begin at Fruit Crops Research and Development Center in Kananvila, Horana tomorrow. The Fruit Crops Research and Development Center in Kananvila, Horana has organized the exhibition. The aim of the exhibition is to promote fruit crops in Sri Lanka. The exhibition will be held at the center premises from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is said that around 200 edible fruit varieties are found in the country, but still the daily fruit intake of a Sri Lankan is around 100 grams and the accepted amount is 200 grams per day. At present, fruit crop varieties are grown in around 150,000 hectares in Sri Lanka. The 3-day exhibition will close to draw on Sunday the 8th. The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has instructed fuel stations to issue fuel based on the previous prices and to disregard the price hike announced from midnight yesterday. The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation said that there are sufficient stocks of fuel at all filling stations in the island. The corporation has called on the people to lodge complaints immediately if there are filling stations that reject the issue of fuel to consumers. The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation said that action has been taken for the distribution of sufficient fuel stock without any issue. The corporation said that filling stations have been apprised of issuing fuel stocks to consumers. Any filling station rejecting the issue of fuel can be immediately complained on contact number 0115 455 130. The Petroleum Corporation said that this contact number is operative round the clock. A 9-hour water cut will be effective in certain areas in Colombo tomorrow. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board said that the water cut will be from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The National Water Supply Board said that the supply of water will be suspended within the Kotte Municipal Authority area from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow. It said the water supply to Colombo 4, 6, 7 and 8 and Maharagama as well as Boralasgamu areas would be at low pressure during the 9 hours. The board said that the water cut is being planned in order to undertake vital repairs. For more information, visit www.itnews.lk. Many thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.